Is this the dagger? Target. Sends the Saints. LeBron James with no regard for human life.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Retros Network. This is the Degenerates Talk Sports podcast where we talk shit about like every single sports team that ever exists, pretty much. Of course, today is your host, Matthew Nguyen. I'm joined by my co-host, Nathan Tran. He's up in San Diego. Look at that, guys. Look at that.
What's up?
Yeah, Collins, I've already catching up.
I can't be in the studio. I can't be in the studio for like a couple weeks, so
yeah. So
this will do for now.
It's actually kind of convenient because now with this type of format, we can get you guys these Sunday night videos a lot easier and a lot quicker too. So Nathan, you just want to head right into the games because this is a crazy week of games. I mean, a lot of exciting things happened from what I thought was a pretty unspectacular week in general, but a lot of it came down to the wire a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I even told you like before the week, like, dude, there's like one good game, and then lo and behold, like all the morning games are hella good. So, I'm
not even gonna cap right now. Right? I'll preview this just real quick. I'm not even gonna cap. I fucking overslept like half of these games. Okay, the morning slate. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, bro. I like overslept like hella. The reason being, I got the notification at night, right? I got the Bleacher Report. I got your text, and it was like Saints game canceled, blah blah blah. Our fullback tested positive for the Ronas. I was like, okay, cool. Like the Saints are gonna be playing. I stayed up late last night editing a video that came out this morning or Sunday morning. Recording this on Sunday night, so it came out Sunday morning. I was like, you know what? I'll sleep in a little bit. I'm okay, like watching the rest of the games at halftime. I'll catch up. I'll watch the highlights, whatever, blah blah blah. But I woke up, found out the Saints game was like in the fucking third quarter, and I was like, holy fucking shit. But anyways, let's jump right into it. So what do you want to start, Nathan? Where do you want to start?
You talked about the Saints game. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, that's a good lead. That's a good lead.
Ready. You waiting? Set. First and 10 from the Lions' 20-yard line. As Breeze sets, throws to the end zone. Smith, his second touchdown today.
So as you can tell, I am the resident Saints fan here. So the Saints take on the Lions today. The 1-2 Saints take on the 1-2 Lions, and we won 35-29. Go up to 2-2. I think Drew Brees had himself a pretty good game. Alvin Kamara obviously had himself a game. Shaquan Smith finally stepped up and did something, and Emmanuel Sanders, I would say, did pretty decent for what Emmanuel Sanders has done so far this season.
Y'all started off terrible. You wouldn't have seen it because you were asleep. But I watched the first 5 minutes. Y'all were down 2 touchdowns. I'm like, oh, this podcast should be lit. Nope, you guys. It was like a wake up call.
You're right. It is lit. It is lit.
It was a wake up call. No. It was a wake up call, and then you guys realized Lions can't stop the run. So then you write it off 35 points, just handing it off to Murray and Kamara. The 1-2 was like amazing today. Mm-hmm. I don't have the stats with me, but they ripped the Lions a new one. Mm-hmm. Quite literally. That's all you went to.
Yeah. And
they couldn't stop it for like 3 quarters.
The box score is showing we have 33 total carries compared to Drew Brees' only 25 pass attempts. So we obviously, yeah, like you said, we just emphasized to run this game. Kamara and Murray combined for 147 yards, 3 total touchdowns on the ground. Like this is an amazing performance from those two. And I think this is what people, there's that on them too. We had like, what's it called? Taysom had three runs for 6 yards. Deontay Harris got the ball a couple times. Like everyone was touching the ball this game on the ground. And I think this is really indicative of this like new age Saints that we should be seeing. I mean, everyone's been like, the narrative for the past 3 weeks, Nathan, come on, has had to have been for the Saints was like Drew Brees can't throw past 20 yards, right? Like that was the narrative. Am I wrong?
Isn't it still a narrative?
I think.
Did he do anything to change that? I don't think so.
No, he went downfield a couple times and he was accurate. He was like, I think he was 3 for 4 for like 1 to 10 yards for throws above like 20 yards or 15 yards or something like that. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. But what I will say is that like the reason why we haven't been going down, I don't think it's a lack of Drew Brees' ability, but it's more of we don't have the playmakers on the team right now to make that type of play because Michael Thomas and Jared Cook were both out. And I think
they're not deep threats. They're both not deep threats.
But they're not necessarily deep threats where they're running a streak. But if we're running like a 15-yard crosser, a 20-yard crosser, we're looking for Michael Thomas right there, right? Like
Emmanuel Sanders can do that.
True, but the chemistry's not there. I think Drew Brees himself has said it like it's just not there yet.
Excuses already, bro.
Maybe,
shook. It's been 4 weeks and you're shook.
To finish the point, I think the offense is what it is right now. It's built around this 1-2 combo and this amazing offensive line. And it's like, okay, we have one of the best running backs in the game. One of, I think, probably the best backup running backs in the league. One of the best O-line, period, in the NFL. Why not just run it down their throats and just go this 1-2 punch of this like fire and ice that people can't stop? And then when we do set it up, our play action becomes that much more deadly. And then that sets up the deeper passes. So I think this is the new age Saints offense that we're going to be seeing from now on. Not like the high flying, like 40 passes a game type offense with like Drew Brees 400 yards, like 5+ touchdowns every game. I don't think those days are way over. It's way past.
You know. Speaking of your offense, and particularly Brees, I was watching the game today. Brees reminded me of someone.
If you say Payne, I'm
a young Matthew at QB. Like, it's this short dude standing in the pocket. You know, his arm power, hella sus, no juice on the ball, but he'll get the ball where it needs to go. Right? Am I right?
Yeah,
and
you're right.
When in doubt, hand the ball to your star running back.
Okay. You know what? That's debatable. You know what? That part is debatable. I mean,
that's you though.
I wouldn't put it that way. I would put the ball in the playmaker's hands. I think in the situations where we need to make a play, I was able to get the ball to the playmaker hands. Like, I don't know.
I'm just handing it off to the running back, bro, all day, standing pretty, bro.
No, I knew when to get the ball to the playmaker's hands, and I was deadly accurate. I'm gonna put it like that. I was
deadly accurate for 10 yards. Yards.
I was a surgeon. I was surgical. Okay. Anyways, just a little bit. I just want to talk about the Lions here. I don't want to make it seem like we're just talking about the Saints. The Lions.
What's wrong with Patricia?
There was a really questionable. Okay, this is really interesting. I want to bring it up. So the Lions were down 14, right? Round 14 with about, I would say, roughly 3 minutes left to go in the game. They score, right? They get 6 points. Now they're down 8 with the extra point to go. They decide to go for 2. How do you feel about this call here? Because I think the philosophy is that you go for 2 here. If you don't get it, so be it. You still need to score anyways. You just go for 2 again. Instead of, and if they do get the 2 here, then the next touchdown is basically like an instant win. So it's a very aggressive play with kind of like with like a safety net behind it. So instead of going for 2 later on after scoring the second touchdown, they go for 2 now with the safety net that, if they miss, they still in the game.
Isn't the theory that if you're at home, you go out there and try to win the game? Well, it was that theory when fans were here, because fans in the stadium can fans would help, right? Mm-hmm. So like I would get why they went for 2.
And momentum definitely would exist.
Touchdown, yeah. Personally, I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I like the balls.
I don't know how I feel about that. I personally am a guy who, if I was coaching, I'd advocate for the extra points to go into overtime and see what happens in overtime.
It's a 2-score game anyway.
Yeah, but I think their philosophy also at that point was like, if they go into overtime, I think they knew they were going to lose. I think they knew if the Saints even touched the ball again, it was over for them. So the only chance they really had was to score there and then get the onside kick and then score and then have to win it there and just hope they get the ball in overtime. So instead, I actually do like the idea of like, instead of letting a coin flip decide who wins the game, you go out there and win it yourself. I kind of like that idea too.
Gronk still yet to find the end zone for the Buccaneers. Had 7 targets last week. Brady, perfectly thrown to O.J. Howard.
Speaking of aggressive play calling, someone that was very aggressive today was not scared of their aging quarterback. Let's go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where Bruce Arians just let Tom Brady just let it fly, man. Just let it fly. How do you feel about this fucking game?
No.
You obviously caught more of it than me, so.
He looked like vintage Brady. Outside the pick 6, which was awful. He looked like vintage Brady. 5 TDs to 5 different receivers. You know, like that Brady to OJ Howard connection looked really good. They had that nice TD play.
OJ's out.
Too bad. He's out for the season. Oops. Yeah. Too bad. But how much of it is like Bucks are good, and how much of it is that they played the Chargers defense?
This is the thing with the Chargers defense. I don't know if they're good. I don't know if they're bad. Because they did really badly last week. Like, don't get me wrong, right? They look pretty trash. But this is also the same team that held KC to 23 points and forced him to OT. So on both sides of the coin, we're looking at it like, okay, maybe it's the hot and cold defense. I don't know. But yeah, you have to mention that they didn't hold the Chiefs, which is like the greatest offense we've seen the last decade, the last 10 years. Like, I don't even know. But Brady did look really good. I saw some of these throws he was making. He looks like young Brady. But my question is this the standard Brady? Like, is this the Brady we can get week in, week out? Or is it going to be more like the Brady we saw the Saints game, opening night, where he did throw 2 picks? He was off rhythm with a lot of his receivers. He just didn't look comfortable.
So isn't he only going to get better with time?
You would think so. You would think so. I mean, the Buccaneers. My question is to you: the Buccaneers are sitting at 3-1 right now, right? The only loss being to the Saints in Week 1. They have control of the division because the Saints are 2-2. I believe the Panthers are also 2-2, and of course, the dreadful Falcons are 0-3, looking to get their first win tomorrow against the Packers. But do you think the Buccaneers can cruise with this division, or do you think the Saints and the Panthers still got some fight left in them?
Cruise, not with their defense. I think the bigger story from today's game is whether Herbert is actually that guy that we saw today, or was it that Bucs defense make him look like that? Because see those throws he's making, Mahomes-esque, fam.
I think he definitely had the arm talent. I think the Buccaneers pass rush is just literally so bad that he was too comfortable. So I think if any quarterback's that comfortable, especially with the talent that Herbert does have, they're going to look really good.
He was slinging that thing. He was slinging that thing, bro. It was so weird, right? Because in college, like, he had that like good O-line, but he looked trash. And now in the pros, all of a sudden his O-line's trash. But he's slinging this thing, bro. He's looking like Pat Mahomes.
He did look really good. I do think the Buccaneers defense is pretty hot garbage. I'm not gonna fucking lie. It's pretty fucking trash. But I do think
their secondary is hella young. They have like rookies and like 2 second-year guys.
I think this is more Bucs defense than Herbert. I do think Herbert's gonna be pretty solid though.
Second down and goal. Mixon out of the backfield. Has some daylight. Hurdles to the end zone. In for the score, and he took a lick from Miles Jack.
You know what? On that note, all the rookie quarterbacks have been looking pretty solid. And let's transition here to Joe Burrow and the Bengals as Joe Burrow gets his first win of the season, Nathan. And he looks really good. I'm not going to lie. Joe Burrow looks really fucking good. Didn't you pick Burrow for best quarterback?
Yeah.
I think?
Yeah, I did.
That's a very solid fucking pick right now because he looks fucking fantastic.
It was the safe pick.
True. What the fuck did I pick? Oh, I chose Tua, who hasn't gone in yet, so we don't know yet. He hasn't gone in yet. He should go in soon. The Dolphins look pretty bad, but listen.
First win is the Jags. My main takeaway from the game is I can't believe like how good the Jaguars are. Not like they're like contenders good, right? But
they're not dog shit. They're not you guys.
No. But yeah, my point is I'm used to watching the Jets, right? And then now that we play on Thursday, right? So on Sunday I can watch like other teams play, and like I can't believe it. It's like 2 different sports being played, like a whole world of difference. You look at like the competency of the Jets offense, and then look at the Jaguars offense. Like, what the hell? We're playing the same sport, but like they look really good. Minshew has surprised me through 4 games. I thought he was dog shit, right? Coming into it, but he's looked serviceable.
Yeah, I think Minshew has actually put himself very well. I mean, I think I mentioned in our preview podcast where I was like, I like Minshew. I think he's gonna be at least a low tier starter to a really high quality backup. And I felt bad for him because I thought he was gonna get fucking torn up this season. But he's actually done pretty well for himself for what he has. I think a thing with Burrow we have to mention is he looks really good, and I think we really underestimate this Bengals supporting cast because like Joe Mixon has been doing a really good job of helping carry some of the load. He went 25 for 151 and 2 tubs today. So the story is gonna be of course Joe Burrow, but my man Mixon gotta get some props. I mean Tyler Boyd's been having a pretty good season.
The weapons were never the problem. Yeah. It's the O-line that's the problem.
Ironically,
it's still the problem. Sure. Did you see that last game where he got that like massive hit?
Yeah.
Like it's still pretty bad, but no, there's signs there.
The play calling has been pretty solid too, actually. But
Mayfield on a fake, flip to Beckham, and he gets away. Now Beckham has room to run. Odell Beckham cuts back. Odell Beckham Jr. all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland.
The Cowboys almost did it. Emphasis on almost. Pulled off another miraculous comeback. Odell Beckham Jr. kind of put the shitters on thing, pun intended. on the Cowboys miracle comeback. So I think when you just look at these records, you would think there's an error or a typo or something, or they're flipped, because the Browns are sitting here nice and comfy at 3-1 at the quarter mark. The Cowboys are looking kind of desperate at 1-3. I think the biggest takeaway from this game is how the fuck do you let Baker and this offense has never kind of worked put up 49 on your head? Right? That's got to be the biggest question coming out of this game.
Their defense has been woeful, like absolutely woeful. They made Baker look like a franchise QB. Last 3 games, they let in 49, 38, and 40. Hardly good at all. I think missing Lane Banner as big loss, but still, that trouble.
It's trouble. To be fair to them, right? Baker didn't have a crazy game. He only went 19 for 30 for 165 and 2 touchdowns. The crazy part is that they could not stop the fucking run for the life of them. They were getting gashed up and down, and it wasn't even by like the 2-headed monster that like
Chubb got hurt.
Seen. Yeah,
Chubb got hurt.
6 for 50, 43 before he got hurt. Kareem went 11 for 71. And this new guy out of nowhere. Have you ever heard of D. Ernest Johnson, Nathan? Let me ask you that.
Nope.
Me neither. He's going to be probably one of the most popular waiver wire pickups because he went 13 for 95, averaged 7.3 yards a pop coming in for the injured Nick Chubb.
Dare I say, this Browns team low-key deep.
At running back, but if you're looking at like O-line, I don't know. Their defense?
No.
I don't know.
They got wide receivers. They got tight ends.
They have cornerbacks. Denzel Ward made an amazing play at the end of the game to clinch it.
Yeah.
Besides that, let's look at the Cowboys. I mean, is it time to hit the panic button?
Is it Earl Thomas time?
He might have to. Giving 49 points to the Browns, you have to ask questions. I mean, they were down for most of the game. Well, I wouldn't say they're down for after halftime, right? They gave up 24 points in the second quarter, unanswered. You have to ask questions, right? Because, like, I'm looking at the box score here, right? Dak Prescott with 41 for 58. 58 passing attempts. Zeke only had 12 totes.
That's crazy. When you have Zeke, like, arguably the best running back in the league, getting 12 touches.
I don't know.
Who do we blame? If I'm the Cowboys, who would I blame now? Because
I mean, you can't blame Dak.
The last 10 years has been Garrett, right? Oh, he's gone. Now who are you blaming?
Well, I don't think the coaching has been stellar, right? I don't think the play calling has been like magnificent. I don't think it's any different than what we've seen before. I mean, Dak did throw 502 yards and 4 touchdowns today, so it's not him. He didn't throw the bad interception at the end. But
you want to talk Dak?
Let's talk Dak.
You want to talk Dak? Dude, he looked like Montana when they're down 20.
Yeah, he's so composed.
It's so weird, though. Like, when the game started, he looked like Trubisky.
Yeah.
Fumbles, picks, like, all of a sudden they're down 20. It's like the Falcons game. It turns into Montana.
I don't know. Maybe it's like at that point they're just like he knows he has to pass it, and so like he has more confidence in himself. I don't know, which is weird because Dak Prescott usually works best off the play action. And okay, to be fair, like people probably gonna mention it. Like obviously they threw the ball more because they were down so much heading into halftime. But I'm talking about like the first quarter. Like you should be grinding that fucking clock right from the beginning of the game. You should be giving Zeke like a bunch of touches. He should be having at least 12 in the first half. Like, that's just no question.
How many touches Kamara had? And then compare that to Zeke.
Kamara had, let me check real quick. So Kamara had 19, but Latavius also had 14. So the total is 33 carries. That's a huge difference. I think we talked enough about the Cowboys, talked a lot about the Browns.
Are you believing in them now? Is it time? Is it time to start believing in them?
In the Browns? No.
Stefanski impressed me right through four games. He's impressed me.
Okay, we have to look at it like this, right? Who did the Browns beat up in the last couple of games? Didn't they play the Jets, I believe, in one game?
No, they played the Bengals.
So the Browns' last 4 games, right? They lost to the Ravens in week 1. They beat the Bengals in week 2 in a close one, 35-30. They beat the Washington football team 34-20, and then they lost, or they beat the Cowboys today, 49-38. Now the question is, Nathan, the combined records of the 3 teams they beat are 3-9.
Oh yikes!
So I'm like, is this enough to warrant the hype? I'm not too confident in that. I can't tell you.
At this point, so a lot to handle as a defense.
Allen slinging it towards the end zone. It's caught. Beasley for the touchdown.
All right, so the Raiders are sitting 2-2. I think the Raiders are good. Maybe it's because that Saints game kind of influenced me, but they were my surprise team of the season. I'm still pretty happy about that pick because their offense looks pretty solid. And to be one possession down in the game against the 4-0 Bills, who I think are legitimately pretty good, I think that's something to write home about.
I think the Raiders gonna Raiders though. It's just them.
Gonna sell.
This is their identity. I don't believe in them.
I don't know if they're ready to beat top tier teams yet. I mean, they did beat the Saints, but besides that, I mean,
top tier?
I think we're top tier. I mean, I hope we're top tier, but I don't think the Raiders are like. Would I trust the Raiders against like the Chiefs or the Ravens or any team like the Steelers at this point? I guess. Would I trust them against those teams? Not really. I'm not feeling too great about that. But I do think they're frisky. I do think they're probably.
I actually trust the Browns more than them.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. But let's talk a little about the Bills here with Josh Allen, who's looking like a complete stud, just like a complete stud, just showing up that guy across the fucking the state, in the city, the little city boy, Sam Darnold, man. Josh Allen's putting up numbers, man. I'm not even gonna lie, he's putting up huge numbers.
You know what? I have to say it. He looks better than Darnold.
Okay, and who called it? Your boy.
No, but coming in to the league, right? Darnold was better than Allen. Yes or no?
From a technical standpoint, I would say yeah, but I think everyone knew Josh Allen was the more talented prospect.
Oh hell no! You were not saying
Allen?
You was not saying that. No.
You were. Everyone was thinking like, remember Josh Allen had a big arm. He was probably the most athletic quarterback.
No.
But Sam Darnold was better. He was the better pick.
Exactly. That's my point, right? And look what the Bills did to surround Allen, and look what the Jets did to surround Darnold. Completely, one has had great coach, great OC, great weapons, great O-line, and that's why you're seeing what we're seeing now. He's succeeding. On the other hand, my boy Darnold, incompetent coach, no O-line, no weapons, and this is what we're seeing. So I think Darnold was better coming in, but Bills did a better job developing their guy in the Jets, and this is what we have. And sucks to say it, but I think he's looking better than Darnold right now.
He definitely. I mean, unbiasedly, in my opinion, Josh Allen looks great. I mean, he looked great from that playoff game they had last year, and he's kind of wrote that this entire season. He threw 5 touchdowns last week. He threw 2 today, and then I think the scariest part about him is that he looks like if Taysom Hill could actually throw the ball. Like if Taysom Hill could actually throw the ball, that's what he looks like.
You know what he looks like?
So dynamic.
Big Ben.
But he has way more speed. Way more speed.
Like a modern day Big Ben.
True. I can see that. He looks good. He's making tight throws. He's making throws in the window. He's moving around the pocket really well. He looks great.
I still don't think the Bills are in the same tier as the Ravens and the Chiefs.
Not necessarily, but I think they're really good. I think they're probably in the
same tier. Yeah, they're good. They'll make the playoffs.
2nd and 18. Wentz is going to air it out deep downfield, and it will be caught. And into the end zone goes Fulton for a touchdown.
Let's go for our final game. The final game of the day, Nathan. Of course, Sunday Night Football. The bedridden, hospital-ridden 49ers take on just the struggling Eagles, man. I don't know the Eagles look bad, and I don't know why.
You know what? Mullins looked terrible. That pick was one of the worst I've seen. I think he eyed the linebacker the whole way and just threw it to him, and that cost him the game. But Mullins is terrible, right? Let's put this in perspective. He was so bad today that he was the same guy that beat the Jets and the Giants. So how bad are the Jets and the Giants?
Very. The New York team was just bad, bro. And then they talk shit. They talk hella shit on the fucking the field too. But besides the point. I mean, CJ Beathard came in. I think that's something that, or Beathard. I don't know. Beathard. CD Beathard came in for Nick Mullins. He actually didn't look too bad.
He had a drive.
Yeah, and that throw to Kittle, I think, was actually pretty
Kelsey
good.
catches that. Kelsey catches that.
Do you think Travis?
Yeah,
I agree.
Kelsey
I agree.
That.
I think Ertz catches
That
that
was
too, low key. I think Ertz catches that low key. But yeah, I think that was definitely a pretty solid throw on the replay. You know, like that one crazy play by Brandon Ayuk. Yeah, he had a really cool play. I mean, we could talk shit on Kittle for making that one drop, right? But he still had a monster game. 15 for 183 and a touchdown.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, besides that, I don't know how to gauge this game, Nathan, because I mean the 49ers are like hospitalized basically. Like
yeah.
It's pretty bad. And
how much stock can you put into this game?
They got a win, which is good because they were 0-2-1.
Hold on. This team, wait, are they first in the division?
Eagles?
No, right?
I think they are because the Cowboys are 1-3.
Draw.
The Giants are 0-4. The
Redskins are 1-3.
So they're up because of the tie.
Whoa, this team is the fucking lead, bro. What?
It's pretty bad. I mean, I think the NFC East is all bad. It's like just all bad.
That division is terrible.
Let me look at the upcoming schedule, dude. Let's look up Eagles schedule.
What happened to Wentz? Because he was MVP just 2 years ago.
Dude, even Eagles fans don't know what happened to Wentz. And I think
what happened to him?
In my opinion, why I think
injuries?
I think the injury bug caught up. And I also think
for real?
I think also it developed problems for him. Like it's just like he's not comfortable anymore. He hasn't looked comfortable since. Just like standing in the pocket making throws. He still has like he made an amazing throw today. Like, he had one throw that was just like on the money. It was a Russell Wilson type deep ball, right? But like besides that, he has plays where he's just completely missing his target. He has like dumb throws, just like dumb decisions. It just doesn't make sense.
Sounds a lot like Sam Darnold.
True, but
you want to talk about that?
Let's
get that out of the way. Jets Broncos.
Oh wait, just to mention real quick, I think the Eagles are in for a fucking ride. You want to hear the upcoming schedule?
Wait, why? Let me hear.
Because I was thinking, I was like, oh, do they have a shot at making the playoffs or like being like a strong contender? Honestly, they have a shot because the division's so shit. They go Steelers and then Ravens. Then they have the Giants, which is, cupcakes.
That's a win.
Then they go to the Cowboys. Like, that's tough. Then they have an easy break. They have easy break with the Giants. Then they go Browns, Seahawks, Packers, Saints, Cardinals. That's pretty tough. That's tough.
Wait. So, how many wins is guaranteed playoffs in that division? What are you saying? 7?
8?
7?
Oh, is this 17-game season?
8.
Are we in 17-game season yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we're not 17-game season yet. We're still 16.
Wait, so a quarter way in, and the number one team has 1 win.
I think 8. I think 7 or 8.
Yeah.
That means they're on pace for 4 wins.
Yeah. All the teams are on pace for 4 wins. What the hell?
Or not the Giants. Don't respect them like that. No, don't give them that kind of respect. Don't give them that kind of respect.
180. Blitz from Denver. Darnold is sacked. Back near the 41 by Josie Jewell.
All right, let's move on to the Thursday night game that we was at the top of the thing. Nathan, I know you've been prepping up this rant. If you guys don't know, Nathan, slide over just a little bit. Nathan is our resident Jets fan, as you can see by the Snuggie in the back. You guys kind of look bad. I'm not gonna be honest with you. We titled the video "Jets Still Suck" as our Jets preview, and it still stands. So go for it.
You know what? In that video, I was really pessimistic, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're even worse than that. We are terrible.
Yeah, I try to give you guys hope, and now I just look stupid.
Dude,
not
I
gonna do
was
that ever
being
again.
pessimistic, saying 6 wins. I can see 3, maybe. That's how
credit.
bad
That's some
we
credit.
are.
That's some credit. That's a lot of credit. Because right now, 3 wins means you're competing in the division. I mean, in the NFC East. You're competing in the NFC East. 3 wins means you're competing
Honestly,
in the NFC East.
we're in the hunt. If we're in NFC East, we're in the hunt right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of credit. Are you guys giving you guys that much credit? Like, come on.
I'm gonna get into this. I said it before. I'll say it again. It's fire Adam Gase season. this game like encapsulated his whole tenure as the Jets head coach. The guy is an incompetent fraud. His kids should thank Manning for setting them up for life, because that's what happened. Like, he was hired on the basis that Manning and him were good. He was good. Manning was good with Gase. But who is Manning never not good with? It makes no sense. We saw what he did with Miami, right? Mm-hmm. We saw how bad he was, and we still hired him. That's like the Kings hiring Luke Walton after seeing what he did with the Lakers. This is idiotic. Like, in this game, like I have a lot of grievances. Where I'll say the main. He played Becton. He's hurt. You don't need to play him. The season is a wash. On 4th and 1, in our red zone, game on the line. He kicks a field goal. No balls. The team, 6 personal fouls. 6. Hella undisciplined. It goes back to the coach. Offense, hella unimaginative.
Yeah.
Who called this guy the offensive guru? Literally, all we do is run 2 plays. Halfback dive or a bubble screen. All we do. And what are we doing giving Frank Gore like 20 carries? He's 50. He's a dinosaur. We have a rookie running back. We have a rookie running back that we drafted. And we're giving the carries to Frank Gore. Darnold seemingly regressing. And I put that all on him. You don't give him confidence when you're just throwing bubble screens and then 2-yard slants all the fucking time. What is Darnold good at? And we saw it in that incredible touchdown run. He's good at getting out of the pocket
and
getting on his feet and just slinging it. And we never do that. We never use it to his capability. Yes. And I think it was apparent then. It's apparent now. No one wants to play with a fucking guy. Although I hate to say it, Adams was right. He was just the loudest about it. We're fucking shambles. I can't name our fucking wide receiving core last game. It's Crowder and 2 guys off the streets.
Yeah, just like your leading receiver is like literally a no-name. Let me look who it is. It's someone.
Crowder, Perriman's hurt. Mims is hurt. It was bad.
It's Braxton Berrios. Although he didn't catch a ball.
He's a kick returner. He's a kick returner.
You also have Jeff Smith.
Jeez.
Jeff Smith. You have Chris Hogan.
Chris Hogan. He wasn't good enough for the fucking Dolphins, bro. And he's out here getting.
Yeah,
we're doing Darnold a disservice. I said it before. What the fuck? How do you expect to give the fucking a chef, right? You give Gordon Ramsay, right? You put him in a shit kitchen with canned food, and you expect him to make Michelin-star food, bro. It's not happening.
Yeah, man. I generally feel bad for you guys. Like, it's looking tough. What's it called? I was going to transition to a bit. Why is that mind blanking? Sorry. Let me redo that. All right. But you think this is like karma, right? Because, the Lakers are doing really well. Although they did lose today. But just because the Lakers are doing so well, it's like you can never have too many teams doing good at once. You know what I mean? So it's like because of this, like the Jets are doing shit. Like the Angels are doing shit.
I've not had one good team in a while. I've not had one good team in a while. So, if it was karma, right, I would have a lot of good teams doing good right now because I've had 10 years of trash. Like it should be paying off right now. Well, it technically is because Lakers finna win in a couple of days. Knock on wood.
We'll see. We'll see. Apparently, to Jimmy Butler, bro, you guys are in trouble.
That's him talking, bro. I ain't care what Jimmy talking about.
Anyways, this is the NBA podcast, so we'll move on from that. But yes, I think the Jets look really bad right now. It's just tank for the number 1 pick time. Not necessary for Lawrence, but
it is. But I don't know. But I'm really pessimistic. I went on that rant, whatever. But I'm actually still hopeful for the future because whatever happens, we're getting a boatload of picks, or we're getting Trevor Lawrence. And still, if we get Trevor Lawrence, we're getting a boatload of picks because Darnold's gone. So and you add to that Adams, the picks we got back from Adams trade, we're looking good. It's just up to the front office getting the draft right. But we have resources now.
You know what's the best case scenario for you guys?
What?
The Bears get really close. They get really close. Either like they make the playoffs and lose first round, or they get really close to the playoffs. And then the problem is very evident that Trubisky isn't there. Nick Foles is not the answer. And then they get desperate and they make a huge trade for like the number 1 pick or Darnold. That's the best case scenario for you guys.
You know where I can see Darnold?
Not Chicago?
Pittsburgh. That fits in perfect.
Oh, they got to move on. They got to move on eventually. Maybe the Packers
Juju and Sam Darnold reunited.
That would be nice as a USC fan. That would be really nice. But yeah, I mean that's gonna conclude it for this podcast, right? With almost all the games for week. What is this? 4? Week 4.
Now
that we're doing this over Zoom, we probably do this like weekly. So if you guys are expecting more, we'll probably have another episode for you guys coming out next week for the NFL preview pod. I'm hoping we get NBA preview pod or for the finals, kind of like a
preview.
Not a preview, but like a midpoint checkup before you guys actually officially win. Kind of a conference review, a conference finals review. If we can get 2 games schedules,
you can get winners and losers of the bubble.
Well, that's pretty solid. It's like, yeah, man, this is concluded, guys. Thank you guys for watching the Darren's Talk Sports podcast. If you guys enjoyed this, please like, comment, or subscribe. For more videos on the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys get more alerts. Thank you to my guest, Nathan. Do you have anything to say to the viewers before we leave? Or not my guest, my co-host?
Tank for Lawrence.
Tank for Lawrence. And then mine is still believe, man. Still believe. You still got something left in the tank. Trust and believe. You still got something left in the tank. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. If you guys agreed with our opinions, let us down below. Let us know down below in the comments what your takes for the Week 4 season was. Anyways, guys, this is Retros Network. Out. Peace.
Peace.
Where did these be at when they say they doing all this and all that? Tired of beefing you.